The next lady's coming up on stage. I just have to say an enormous thank you. These two ladies work, I don't think they sleep. They have parents they care for, children to care for, businesses and law firms to run, and they do all of the work for all of our groups on a pro bono basis. The Lawyers for Justice Ireland, yes, they have faces even though they're 24/7 working on their computers at night, all night. Many of you saw the RTE hit piece done on me for organizing these violent, aggressive thug protests, right, like today, yeah? So, Jackie, God love her, stayed up until 3:30 in the morning helping me type an 8-page letter. These ladies are unbelievable, and we're so grateful they're in our Natural Women's Council supporting all of our groups. So, Jackie and Siobhan. That might need to go higher because you're taller than the last couple of us. So, there you go.
How are y'all? It's great to be in Dublin. It's just a shame that we have to do this, be outside here doing this. We're just down here. We want to thank you all, first of all, for all your efforts in sharing our posts. We wouldn't be able to help anyone if you guys didn't share the stuff and push back against this, because we can only provide the tools. Now, this is not, as many of you know, anything about phobia. These people that are standing accusing all of us of being transphobic, being homophobic, that's just an absolute lie. This is about children, and I would like at this point to mention the main thing here, which is Article 42A of the Constitution, which makes it very clear that all proceedings, God bless you, all proceedings in relation to children must have the best interests of children as a paramount consideration. It's in the heart of any court proceedings, anything in relation to children in this country, and that is what this is about. And also, I'd like to mention Section 9 of the Education Act, in which the state has an absolute express responsibility to consult with parents in relation to what is taught for children. We have to remember that children are at various degrees of emotional, psychological, physical development, even though they're the same age as people in their class. Parents know best as to when these things should be taught to children, not a school, a crowd of bureaucrats, and this show are lying politicians inside this building. At the end of the day, we just want the protection of children, and they will listen, because the parents are the primary educators of children under Article 42 of the Constitution. They are the natural primary educators of children. It is enshrined in our Constitution, it is enshrined in our legislation, and they will listen one way or another. Now, opt-out, everyone is talking about this opt-out. Parents are supposed to be consulted in relation to all of this. And not only is the state guilty of an inherent failure to uphold that legislation and the Constitution, that they are contracted, by the way, they are contracted to uphold the Constitution. And that's what they must do. And at the end of the day, not only does it appear that they have failed, but they have deliberately excluded parents from this process. I don't know if any of you have seen the video that's circulating of Dr. Ellie Barnes of the UK, who came over to the INTO to tell everyone that was attending the conference, do not write to parents, she said. Do not tell them what you're doing. Do not call a meeting. And she even went as far as to say you don't want screaming parents screaming at you or something to that effect. She told our teachers to ignore the parents, and not only did she do that, but she told them to only to take their opinion into consideration if they could help the parents understand what they were doing. She said, we're doing this with or without them, help them understand. How dare she? Who does she think she is coming over here and telling our teachers what to do in our schools and to ignore the parents? So I would ask you all to focus on that when you're going back to the schools, to please focus on the fact that your rights are being overridden. The parents are being ignored. There was no consultation. Now, they've even tried to undermine every consultation that's been done, saying it's orchestrated. Just because somebody helps you to formulate something doesn't mean to say it's orchestrated or fake. So wake up and listen to these people inside, is what I say. Now, I just want to say, I don't want to keep you any longer. You've been standing here for a long time. I wanted to mention the words of Minister Foley, which is a scare tactic, and it's really important that you share this with people. Really important. She said that if you opt out your child under Section 30, subsection 2E of the Education Act, if you opt out your child, the child may be sent to psychological services. Like, seriously, who do these people think they are? Like, psychological services, it's not the children that need to be sent to psychological services, I can tell you. It's these absolute nut jobs that are in this building and here, because that's what they are at this stage. The lunatics are running the asylum, I'm sorry to say. The dial is out of control, and we're very grateful to have the likes of Matty McGrath and other independent TDs and other public representatives speaking out. So I would say to you on the other side of the road too, we don't hate you, we're not against you. We just want the protection of our children. Children's brains do not develop until they are through puberty. Now, many people might not know that is Anne McCluskey, Dr. McCluskey there will be able to tell you, 24 years of age, none of us should be making any life-changing decisions. 10 years of age to 24, affected by hormones, all sorts of external factors. And at the end of the day, these are enough for children to be dealing with without introducing all this baseless ideology that has no basis in any kind of fact or biology. So I'd ask you to just do not be afraid. Minister Foley has said that they are not going to send your child to psychological services. Who do they think they are? They've been in court in the morning. So stand up to them is what we say. And please keep pushing. And thank you very much for your help. And thanks to Jana and Andy, everybody that was involved in this today. I don't know if Siobhan wants to say anything. She's just here in strength. This woman works around the clock. The wee size of her. So thank you, and we'll see you. Maybe get chatting to you someday. Thank you very much. Give me a guy, Michael. Thank you.